Hey family, how y'all doing? We are in 2024 now. Where does the time go? Does it fly? What a wonderful time to be alive, don't you agree? Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I come to you today with two questions. How you show up for yourself? How your self-talk sound? How do you sound when you talk to yourself? How do you do things when it comes to you? This is important because the way you show up for yourself, that's what influences what comes to you in life. Believe it or not. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Circumstances in your life, whether it's good or bad, it all starts with you. Our self-talk can either give us a great start with a bright future or a rocky road with many challenges. It's all on how you interpret things. Mentally, your self-talk is one of the first steps of processing and your manifestation of your desires, your success, your wants, needs, and all that other fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? What I realized at one point, the way I spoke to myself was terrible. Oh yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was real bad. I never thought that I was good enough, because of my past, I never thought I could have the great things, the finer things in life that I've seen other people have. I had to embrace that I was different. And I love that about me. I am unique in my own way. And my fingerprint is like no other on the planet. I was so aggressive and degrading towards myself. And I could never understand, why nothing worked. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, jobs, and a whole bunch of other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out where all the negativity was coming from. So I started to dig into myself. And I found out a lot of things about me that I had no clue of. I fell in love with me in a new way. And it puts me in a path to bring more good things to my life. Yeah. I was able to take a course with Lisa Nichols. Shout outs to her. I love her. She's been my shero for years. She motivated me through tough times. And, I definitely can relate to the pains of the past with her. I've been able to grow past them. She helped me understand where I am in life, at this moment and where I plan to go, One of my favorite phrases is, if you don't like it, change it. Because you have the power and ability to do so. You know what I'm saying? It's your story. You are the creator. It's your world, baby. It's your world. I'm telling you, it's your world. It is. You gotta believe that. You know what I'm saying? So when I realized I wasn't my own best friend, I had to change that. Instead of saying to myself, girl, you could never. Do you really think you're worth it? How you gonna pay for this? Who gonna listen to you? They don't care for real. Discouraging, right? Oh yeah. Tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? For a long time until I decided, to break away and give myself a chance to be happy in my own skin without judgment, you know what I'm saying, because of past events. I sat and thought, how can I uplift and motivate, others if I can't even do that shit for myself? You know what I'm saying? You don't even believe in yourself. You got to start with you. How you going to achieve? How you going to tell other people, oh, you can make it, you can do it, you can do this and this and that, sky's the limit? How am I going to do that if I can't even do that shit for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like how? So, I had to think. And I cried. Yes, I did. I'm a Cancer and I'm a crybaby. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I cried and I cried and I cried. And the reason why I cried is because I didn't realize that I was the reason why. I was getting in my own way. I was the reason why things were happening the way that they were, and that's a hard pill to swallow when you realize that, what I'm saying, you you made things happen the way that they happen in your life, whether you want to believe that shit or not. It's all on you. You know what I'm saying? And I had to apologize to myself. I had to apologize to myself, for all the things that I've said to myself and all the things that I've said and done to hurt myself. And in that moment, I realized that I was my worst enemy. And I know a lot of people can relate to that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the only one. I ain't the only one. But you know what I'm saying, when you realize that you're your worst enemy, that's a tough spot to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't realize how you counteract a lot of things for yourself, and you stop a lot of things from happening. You stop your growth, you stop, success, you stop a lot of things from happening because of how you speak to yourself and how you show up for yourself. So, and what helped me, understand what I was doing and things that were going wrong was, I took Lisa Nichols' 28-day course, and it encouraged me to change and want better for myself and family. And honey, like I tell my daughter, honey, okay, I started to, encourage myself. I started to receive downloads of many kinds. I started, catching myself. I started catching myself as if, like, when I would say things to myself that wasn't so loving, I would catch myself. I would speak to myself as if I was speaking to my daughters, start to talk to myself gentle, And I noticed that it helped me a lot. It calmed the beast that lived inside of me. It made me understand that I do have a chance to create anything my heart desires. It's a lot to take in at first. It really is. It's a lot to take in at first, but if you keep going with it, with changing how you speak to yourself, speak more positively into yourself, from my own experience, it changes things. It really does. You know what I'm saying? And, with, now opening my eyes and being able to see that, I can have the desires of my heart. I can have the things that I want. I can do what I want. I can. This is my story. I'm writing this story, and it's going to be good, baby. Like I told you before, it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I had to speak life into myself. I had to look at myself in the mirror. I had to literally, not just the physical of, how I look, because I'm so gorgeous, not just because of, my looks, but I had to really look at the different things in me. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at the different things in me. You know what I'm saying? And it could be hard, you know what I'm saying? Especially if this is something that you've never done before. But it's doable. And guess what? The possibilities, honey, are endless when you take the limits off yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to encourage myself to keep going through my phase. I learned to encourage myself when things don't turn out right. I had to learn how to encourage myself when, there's nobody else there to cheer me on. I had to learn how to be my own cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy. But guess what? The more and more you do it, it does. And it becomes like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? It becomes like, like second nature to you. You know what I'm saying? As I start to change and do better for myself mentally, things begin to change. My perception of life has totally changed. I'm no longer concerned with the negative and the woe is me, I'm more so on, how do I fix this? How can I change this? What can I do to enjoy the process of the evolution, of me? You know what I'm saying? And the ideas just kept coming in. And it's great. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's great. It's great. I embrace all of those ideas. You know what I'm saying? I embrace them all. After all, we're here for the experience. It should be joyous and abundant. Don't you agree? And the best part about it is you can create it all. You can create it all. Just put in the work in for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself that love that we look for from family, spouses, places, things, vices. You know. You know what you do to get that love, you know. You know what you do. But how about you start with doing that with yourself? You know, and I'm not telling you nothing that I haven't done for myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done for myself. Because I have. I've seen the change. I've watched the change. I've watched the growth, you know, in myself. I've watched, you know, different things happen for me. I'm talking about happen for me like no other. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling y'all, you know, I started my little weight loss journey, not my little, because I ain't going to discredit myself. You know, big, this big for me, honey, this big. You know, I started my little journey on, you know, losing weight and weightlifting. You know, I'm training to compete, you know, so I had to find something for me that was going to help regulate me. Something that was going to help me, you know, be me. And I could enjoy it regardless of what anybody had to say. You know, I had to talk to myself. I had to tell myself like, hey, regardless of what anybody thinks about you, regardless of how anybody sees you, you're fucking great. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking great. You know, regardless of the circumstances of, you know, things that has happened, you know, traumatic situations, you know, loss, you know, anything that could possibly, you know, change you from that good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Work on that. And it's not easy, and I'm not sitting up here telling you nothing I haven't done for myself again. You know what I'm saying? Your self-talk can change a lot. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is, you know what I'm saying, being more positive to yourself, speaking nicely to yourself, the same thing that you would do for others. Do it for you. Show up for you. Be amazing to yourself, you know. And I had to learn this on my walk. And, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, can understand and see the same thing, you know, because this is an eternal struggle that, you know, us humans, we just have. You know what I'm saying? We always either want something that we can't have, or, you know what I'm saying, that's what they want you to believe. But you can have all things. Remember that, you know. Or it's always putting ourselves in places or seeing something that's out of reach, and we just think, oh, we just can't. You know, that can't thing. That can't thing is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And I encourage everyone, you know what I'm saying, remove the can't. Take the limits off yourself. You know what I'm saying? Show up for yourself the same way that you would show up for someone that you love. Your children, your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins. Show up for yourself in the same manner that you would do them. And I promise you, you'll see things open up like no other. Trust me, I did it. I'm telling you, I did it. I did it. And I love it. You know, you're going to start to see certain things fade out. You're going to see relationships stray. But guess what? For everything that you lose, you gain too. Okay? You know? So I encourage you. Be nice to you. Love you. Talk to you in the same way that you would talk to your baby. Because you're responsible for your happiness at the end of the day. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness but you. Nobody can, you know, make things appear but you. It's all you. So make it happen for you. Because if I could do it, I know you can. And I'm going to encourage you along the way. I love y'all. Hit the like button if you like, or if you just want to just continue to see what I'm doing and what I got going, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? We in it together. I love y'all. I'll be back.